back today after a year
Yeah, obviously it was great feeling. Pretty lucky. I thought with Mitch missing out after what he did in Nottingham was a bit stiff, but that was the selector's choice, and obviously went for me. But for me personally, it was obviously a great feeling to be back, and having that new ball in my hand this morning felt pretty special at Lords. Yeah.
When did you know you were going to play?
Sort of late yesterday. We sort of found out that they weren't sure what they wanted to do with this side, obviously, so they left it pretty late this time, and so it was obviously a nice feeling being told.
Did you have any stage in your career that it might come back? It might have been you?
Yeah, there's been a few of those, I guess, but that feeling sort of I wanted to keep playing. If I didn't want it, I didn't think I could do it, I would have given it away. And it's moments like this out here today that made me want to get ready and play again for Australia. And it's obviously, as I said, it was just a great feeling with that new ball in my hand this morning.
Was there any sense, at the start of the tour when you picked that you were being set for this game?
Not really. I was actually, I thought I was being set for the first game, to be honest. But that was the original plan. But yeah, obviously things, I probably wasn't bowling as well as I probably should have in the Worcester game, and so that sort of took care of that. But I, as I said from the start, I'm here to play as many games as I can. Whether that's one or four, whatever's left, and I'll play a role doing that and do the best I can.
Yeah. Pretty good, pretty dry pitch out there. Did you have the feeling in the morning that you might only have sort of half an hour to do something with the new ball?
Yeah, we knew obviously a little bit of moisture there that was going to be crucial, and I thought we bowled pretty well, and picking up those 3 early wickets was crucial. But look, it's one of those things. Test wickets are they're a bit different than the old state wickets at home, have a little bit more grass on them. But we knew it was going to be tough, and that's why we spoke about starting well this morning, and we did, and we probably lost our way a little bit after lunch, but I thought we fought back pretty well. But the new balls are crucial, on these sort of wickets. It's still the good thing about this wicket. It's reasonably flat, but it's still got a bit of bounce in it, which you can still bowl a good bouncer on it, and probably not as flat as the one in Nottingham, where it was a bit soft. So all in all, as I said, it's a good wicket to bat on, but I enjoyed bowling on it. The ball started going reverse quite late, but I like bowling the old ball. So.
And just following on from that, obviously those early wickets meant that you were only sort of a good spell away from having a good day, and Steve Smith won it.
Well, yeah, you're right. We, as I said, we lost our way a bit after lunch. We didn't start well with the ball, and the two guys, Bairstow and Bell, batted pretty well. And then for Steve Smith to come on and do what he did was great. We all know he can bowl. It's just a matter of getting a bit of confidence to be able to do it. But it caused a bit of a dilemma for Michael at the end there, because we were supposed to take the new ball at 80, and he took it a bit later because he wanted Smithy to bowl. So.
Do you think you're on top now because of those 3 late wickets?
I think we might be just ahead. Yeah, definitely. I think the way they were going, they're probably ending up 4 for 300 plus, and for us to get those 3 late wickets, definitely. It's probably it's pretty close. So I thought, as I said, they batted pretty well, but the crucial thing will be the morning session, and hopefully we can come and get those wickets as quickly as we can. But we know it's not going to be easy.
Ali?
It was an incredible start, Ryan. Was any words of inspiration from the Queen?
She actually said to me, or to ask about the weather. She commented, did we bring the weather with us? Which was obviously very nice. But look, it was a great privilege to meet Her Majesty. I never thought in my lifetime I'd be standing shaking the Queen's hand. So it was a great honour.
Chloe?
What did you make of James Pattinson today? Obviously, for guys who haven't bowled at Lords before, it can be getting to know the slope and everything can be a bit difficult. Did he fall into that trap a little bit?
No, not really. I don't think it was a slope. He probably didn't have his greatest day, but I still thought he bowled okay in patches. But look, we spoke about the slope, in the last couple of days, and look, it is obviously quite a big slope, but it's not personally. I've only played 2 games here before. I didn't find it a big thing. Whatever end you told the bowler you bowl at. So I don't know if it was a slope. I haven't spoken to him about it, but look, he probably, as I said, I think he bowled okay still. He probably, as I said, it wasn't his best day, but I'm sure he'll bounce back in the morning.
Dan?
Ryan, there's been some former players who have said, if you can get some continuity in your game, you can match it with any fast bowler out there. Have you been frustrated while on the sidelines, thinking to yourself, if I could just get on the park, I can match it with anyone?
Yeah, it's been pretty frustrating, absolutely. I don't worry about trying to match it with anyone. I know if I'm bowling well, I know I can play at this level. But for me, it's just trying to stay fit. I've got constant niggles, which any fast bowler has. So it's just a matter of managing that. And my goal in this being over on this tour is to be on the plane home with the rest of the guys instead of going home early. That was my main goal for this tour, as well as playing as many games. But as I said, I don't try and match myself with anyone. I just want to be fit and ready to go, and being around this squad is good enough at the moment, and playing is obviously a massive bonus.
Ryan, back in 2008 when you joined Sussex, was there a realistic possibility you might have played for England then, be on the other side?
I knew you were going to ask me that. Last time I was in this building, I had a meeting with Mike Gunning about that passport meeting. It was a messy situation. That I had probably maybe contemplating it coming over here, but I had on the flip side of that, I had a really good offer for Queensland that came through at the time to move states, and that's where I thought I might have had one last crack at trying to play for Australia. So, probably the thought was there, but obviously I wanted to play for Australia, and I thought, as I said, that move to Queensland was my best crack, and obviously that was the right move.
Ben, Ryan, just a couple about the Australia A camp. Did Steve bowl at all during those matches?
Oh, geez, you test me. I think he may have bowled in one game, and it wasn't many overs because he dropped a few short. But he's been bowling the nets, which has been good. Darren Buffons in the bowl for situations like that. If the wicket is flat and that sort of stuff. But and we saw today that if he when he gets it right, he's a dangerous bowler. I think last time he played a test here against Pakistan, he was the main spinner. So we all know he's got talent, but I know Darren's forcing the issue for him to bowl as much as he can.
And just in the A camp, I think he captained that last game you had against in Bristol.
Yep.
And he's being talked about, Steve, as a future leader.
Yep.
Can you just talk about?
Yeah, well, he's got a very good brain, a cricket brain, and I think he's captained New South Wales a little bit as well back home, and he reads the game and knows the game very well. So, and his batting has come on. The way he batted in the A tour, I mean, I always knew he was a good player, but the way he played in that A tour was, I just sort of noticed that he'd gotten better and better. The way he played in Nottingham as well in that first innings was fantastic. So, look, he's only, was he 25 or 24? I don't even know how old he is, but he's definitely, in that bracket, I guess, to be the next leader, definitely.
JT.
Ryan, all fast bowlers bowl over the line in the nets, and some of them go over the line in games. And sometimes there's a wicket at the end of it.
Yep.
What was the impact today, and how do you stop blokes bowling no balls that could cost the Ashes potentially?
Yeah, well, we try and do that now. To be honest, we're Ali De Winter and Darren's, they're quite strict on that on us in the nets. We warm up, and then once we do our warm ups, obviously we get off our long runs, proper runs. We're not allowed to go over. There's no excuse for it. The line's there for a reason, and it's not acceptable. As you said, it cost us a lot of runs today, and potentially, as you said, can cost the Ashes. I think may have happened even back in the last Ashes in Australia as well. So, look, it's unacceptable. The guys they do work on it at training pretty hard, and as I said, there's guys there watching us land and making sure we're doing the right thing so we don't get into bad habits.
What was the feeling today when it happened?
A lot of disappointment, and Darren was wasn't very happy when we got into lunch. You just can't afford to take 11 wickets or 12 wickets. It's as simple as that. It was one of those things. It's probably the only one he bowled. It's just funny how it happens to be a wicket. It's funny how the game works.
Tim.
Given your performance in Perth, Ryan, you obviously sort of bowled Australia's victory there when they were there last. And you've obviously suffered injury. Is bowling against England, is that quite special to you? You seem to save your best for them.
I just play. As I said earlier, playing is special. After when I was in the IPL, I had the Achilles injury. I had to come home early. I was setting myself for this series to make sure I was right for this series. So, bowling against England, it's obviously great. They're, I think they're number 2 in the world. I'm probably not up in my ICC rankings, but they're up there. They're a very good side, and I know that when I come out and play, I'm going to be and bowl. I'm bowling against some of the best in the country. So it's a great challenge for me, and I thoroughly enjoy doing it.
Just on the way forward, it seems to find the boundaries fairly easy today. Do you think that was a result of your attacking lines, or maybe a fast outfield?
No, I think it was just us over attacking a bit. We bowled a few too many half volleys, and as I said, that was we spoke about it at lunch about coming out and starting well, and we probably did the opposite, which we're trying to limit all the error balls as best we can. So it wasn't the greatest start, but I think we pulled it back pretty well later on.
Dean?
What did you make of Ian Bell's performance today? Did you get a sense that he's just in the form of his life, or do you feel that you've got a chance to try and get him out?
I wouldn't say he's in the form of his life. We thought he was struggling coming into this series. He hadn't made a lot of runs, but I think the way he batted in Nottingham was, he batted time. At times it gets a bit slow, but that's probably the way. It's perfect the way he needs to play. And we spoke about our batters, modelling themselves a bit on him and taking their time. And he did the same today. And I thought, he batted well. He's when he is in this form, like when he's going well. We found out last time in Australia he's hard to get out, and he values his wicket. So, he's a guy that I think you have to get early, and he's batted well and got a good start and built on that very well.
Last question, Rob.
Can you just tell us more about how the UK passport came to be? Did parents try to bring you up as an Englishman?
No, Dad was born over here, and I think he was born in Leicester. And obviously playing cricket, I travelled here to play a little bit, and having the English passport made it a little bit easier. So. I think Dad moved over to Australia when he was 10, I think, or 11. So he brought up being an Aussie, and brought myself and my brother up as being Aussies. So we were obviously Australians from when I was born in Sydney. So.